Hey fam, so once a month I try to do a little something here for all of us to do a little better for the planet. And um, if you go to my Facebook, you'll see hashtag for the planet resistance. And Mike Waller is on my Facebook. And if you follow him, you'll see that he has several captains throughout the nation that help just keep in contact, kind of watching over what's going on with different situations. And he just sends information just regarding what's going on in certain areas. And what I did see before I get to that was this real disturbing article here. Teenage diver finds tons of golf balls rotting off California. Now, this harbor I'm very familiar with. This is Carmel. And for those of you who've been over here to the California coast, Carmel is where Clint Eastwood was mayor. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. I mean, it probably was 20, maybe 25 years ago. Someone was telling me the story, and it is a beautiful place. It's almost a place like Thomas Kincaid painted it. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, and this just broke my heart. When I was reading this article, I felt compelled to have to say something. So, a diver in California has stumbled on an unexpected source of plastic waste in the ocean: golf balls. As the balls degrade, they can emit toxic chemicals, and there appears to be a lot of them in certain places underwater, right next to coastal golf courses. 2 years ago, a 16-year-old diver named Alex Weber was swimming off Pebble Beach along the Pacific near Carmel, California. "My dad raised me underwater," says Weber, and she means it. She's a free diver, no scuba tanks, she just holds her breath. She was diving in a small cove and looked down and saw something weird. "You couldn't see the sand," she recalls, still sounding incredulous. "It was completely white." White with golf balls? You look down and you're like, what are you doing here? There were thousands of them. "It felt like a shot to the heart," she says. She was offended. Right then she decided to haul them up. Thus began a Sisyphean task. That, my friend, is a $13 word. Sisyphean is, I'm not sure if it's from the Greek or Latin base, but a Sisyphean task is like paramount. I think it almost, no, the sword of Damocles is that. Anyway, it just means like it's just too hard. It's almost like you just can't do it. It's just too daunting. That went on for months. She and her father would haul hundreds of pounds of them up. That is incredible. And then, of course, more golfers would hit more into the ocean. She took what she and her father collected back home. "I had all these golf balls in the garage, and they stank." I bet they did. Then she heard about a Stanford University scientist, Matt Savoca, who studied plastic waste in the ocean. She emailed him, and he came to look at her collection. 50,000 golf balls just sitting in the garage. Savoca was impressed. Weber recalls that he turned to her and said, "You should write a paper about this." And I was like, "Matt, I'm 16 years old. I don't know how to write a scientific paper." He said he would help, which meant diving with her. Not easy. The oceans off California are quite cold. Yes, they are. So you suit up in a pretty thick wetsuit. It's incredibly physically demanding. They took kayaks out to a ferry, the golf balls back. Once you recover many, many golf balls, you put them on the kayak, he explains, adds Weber. "We'll have the kayak so filled with plastic that we'll end up having to tow the kayaks. We'll have to swim them to shore. There are sharks in the water there, but Savoca says that wasn't the real threat. When we're out there, we'd hear plink, plink, and we'd look up on the hill, and there'd be golf balls flying in off the course right into the ocean when we're doing collections." Despite the aerial barrage, they kept at it. Whenever we had good conditions, we were able to pull out between 500 to 5,000 golf balls, she says. Over 2 years, they found more than 50,000 golf balls. The source, 5 golf courses. that makes sense why Clint Eastwood would be mayor of Carmel and why so many golf tournaments are held there. They have the most beautiful green golf courses. And there's like a mist. The roads are here, and then above would be the grass. Like it sits higher, and then you see like a fog. So it keeps everything very lush and green. I don't know how to. It's a very dewy atmosphere. In the journal Marine Pollution Bulletin, the team notes that the golf balls are coated with a thin polyurethane shell that degrades over time. That's not good. They also contain zinc compounds that are toxic. Savoca points out that the surf and currents act like a rock grinder and break down the golf balls, while chemicals from 50,000 or so golf balls will have only a small effect on the ocean. Savoca says they do degrade into microplastic pieces that marine animals could eat. The team also notes that there are lots of coastal golf courses around the world, so this may go beyond California. Alex Weber, now 18 and a published author in a scientific journal, plans to apply to the university to study marine science. In the meantime, she is still collecting and keeping up her website. She says it is too bad the golf balls sink. If they floated, people would be shocked and outraged. If a person could see what we see underwater, it would not be acceptable. I think in a different article I read that she is going to try to go to school to figure out a way of possibly making that happen. So I don't want to ruin the conclusion, but yeah. Also wanted to show you this. At hashtag Planet Resistance for the Planet. This is Sand Cloud. And on my Instagram, and also hopefully on yours, please follow this. Sand Cloud. It's hashtag Save the Fishies, and it gives you facts. For instance, known for their playful behavior, dolphins are highly intelligent. They are as smart as apes, and the evolution of their large brains is surprisingly similar to humans. And they make a multitude of things that are safe for our planet and safe for us. Ambassador Smile. And you can just read things. They make clothes. They make jewelry. Everything that's cruelty-free, safe for our environment, safe for our animals. Let's see what this is. So it's just a little video about penguins. A penguin's striking coloring is a matter of camouflage. From above, its black back blends into the murky depths of the ocean. From below, its white belly is hidden against the bright surface. And then they have these different spots. Like this, for instance, this is in Santa Cruz, which everybody goes to Santa Cruz, the boardwalk, to go camping. There's beach area. Oh gosh, there's just so much. Soft hoodies. He's wearing a beautiful, very soft tee. And then, see this? This is a biodegradable, I believe it's a glass. It holds water. Remember I told you we got to get rid of plastic bottles? So this is something that holds your water, and it can also be recycled and reused. Comment your hometown. Blankets. So it gives comments about our wildlife, and it sells things to help save our wildlife. That's a gorgeous picture. Wow. Okay, so let me see if there was any other facts here. There's so much. Basically, we just don't want to be using plastic bottles. It takes over, I think I want to say 500 years for them to break down. That sounds insane. So, yes, there's... If you guys go on my Facebook, you guys can read all of this. I mean, I've got so much information. Plastic is destroying our oceans and killing precious marine life. Here it is.
Baby tiger shark that was wrapped up in the rope, and it's got plastic bags in its stomach. Look at that. How's the ocean supposed to survive? And there's more of them, look.
Oh my gosh.
All this plastic in one shark's stomach. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't want our kids eating plasticky fish. Jeez. Poor turtle. Ow. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Ow.
Oh man. Show me please. I want to. Oh my god. That is just freaking. Oh
man. By 2050, that's not far away. That's right. No to plastic. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and try to at least make
This is gonna make a lot of people sad.
try to make a commitment about that. No plastic. You know, get something like this, you know, something, go on SandCloud, you know, just, if you got to save up, buy one a paycheck. If you see Edwin, ED space WIN, he's got great info on what you can do about water, because he's always, you know, giving me tips, because he knows my health is bad. So you can ask him. So I really do care, because we think that the oceans look like the pictures. The beautiful pictures like you see right here. No, it's starting to get bad. And if you guys want it to look like, what is that movie? Wall-E? I don't want it to look like that, guys. Okay, so I love you. Let's stop the plastic bottles, at least. And if you have them still, let's recycle them. Love you guys. Bye.